This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of Phatts TV, sanctioned by PA Phatts and the non-genetically proven son. Any and all words have been authorized during the show. There is nothing off limits. Nobody is restricted from watching or participating in the show. It is a free-for-all. Commencing at the siren, any and all discussions will be legal for an extended period of time. Sports, politics, and any and all controversial topics will be talked about. You have been warned. May God be with us all.
Good evening and welcome to Phatts TV, day 33 of isolation, and we have our protective face coverings on as mandated by our great Governor Wolf.
That's right.
That's right. You know, it's interesting. I don't know. You probably don't know. He was a businessman before he became governor.
Okay.
And actually, he became governor because, he was basically the first one when he announced his candidacy to really hit the airs with a lot of TV ads, and that got his name recognition up because nobody knew who he was. Mm-hmm. But he was in the home cabinet making, his company was Wolf Home Products.
Okay.
And you know what I found out yesterday? It really pissed me off, and it still pisses me off today.
What?
He got his business exempt from the closing list. Mm. What the hell does cabinet make? Why is that an essential business? Can you tell me?
No.
Can you tell me, Governor Wolf, why your business is essential? Huh, you stupid cocksucker, you! Open the damn state! Get your goddamn mask off, boy. Yeah, right on! The man right there. That's right. That's right.
I want to play golf. I've been playing golf, just not club golf. There's disc golf out here.
So it's day 33 of isolation, as stated before, and I put together a list of the top 10 athletes, in my opinion, that wore the number 33. Mm. And it's a shame it wasn't day 32, because I would have liked day 32. Because you would have Magic Johnson, you have O.J. Simpson.
Is he really a great athlete, though?
Yeah, in his day, he was.
If we want to die, we'll go with him.
and you would have Jim Brown. And who was the greatest hockey player that wore 32? Any idea?
Not a clue.
Any idea?
Not a clue.
I'll let you think about that for a little bit. I'll let you think about it.
Did Brodeur wear 32?
No. Brodeur wore 30, actually.
I just remember he was in the 30s.
Yeah, I'll let you think about that for a little while.
Do I know the name?
Oh, yeah, you know the name. He doesn't play anymore. He's since retired. So I'll let you think of famous number 32 hockey player. Nobody look it up now.
Probably a goalie.
I don't want Daniel to see who it is. So no. Well, actually, if people looked it up, they probably wouldn't come up with the right answer anyway.
It's probably a goalie. So that's what I'm going.
Actually, it's not a goalie.
It's not a goalie.
He's a winger, I believe, or a centerman. I think he's
a winger or a centerman.
So, in reverse order from 10 to 1, here was my list of number 33s. Number 10 was a tie. So we're going to start out with a tie. We got Patrick Ewing and we got Eddie Murray. Patrick Ewing was a basketball player. He was center for the Knicks. He went to Georgetown in the 80s.
And you don't like him?
Yeah,
He cost you those extra credit points.
He cost me money.
Oh.
That was a gambling thing we used to. Yes, in Catholic school we used to do this Final Four thing. He became the dean of discipline, kind of. And he used to run a Final Four thing in a Catholic school where it was $2, and you picked a team out of the envelope, and that was your team. And if one made it to the Final Four, you won money. Well, 2 out of my 4 years in high school, I had Georgetown. And they made it to the Final 8 both years. One year, they almost lost to Princeton in the first round. That was the first time that 16 almost beat a number 1. They won, I think it was 50-49 they won. Woo! And Eddie Murray was a famous first baseman for the Baltimore Orioles. Back when Baltimore was good, back in the early 80s with Cal Ripken.
Hey, they've gone about 30-some days without Baltimore losing a game. That's a new record.
Yes. Number 9, running back from the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Dorsett. He was good in his day.
I don't know who that is.
He was a Super Bowl champ.
Back when the Cowboys were good.
Yes, he made 4 Pro Bowls too. So
there you go.
You know, back in the day, he was
good
he was
running
pretty
back.
good. He was pretty good. Scottie Pippen coming in at number 8. Scottie Pippen, he won 6 titles. 6 titles. And so why is he only number 8 if he won 6 titles? 7 All-Star games. Because he was Michael Jordan's sidekick. I don't think he would have won 6 titles if he wasn't playing with Michael Jordan. In the years that Michael Jordan quit basketball to go play baseball, Scottie Pippen didn't win a title. It was only after Jordan came back that Scottie Pippen started winning titles again. Number 7, the only hockey player.
Only hockey
player on the list.
So you're saying he's the greatest hockey player that wore the number 33.
That's right. Goalie. So there you go. This one is a goalie. Goalie. Played for the Montreal Canadiens, and he played for the Colorado Avalanche. And he won, 4 Stanley Cups, I believe? Where is it? Yes, 4 Stanley Cups. He made 6 All-Star teams. And he won 3 Conn Smythe trophies as the best goalie in the league. I'm sorry. The Conn Smythe is the MVP of the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
He never won a league MVP. Any idea? He's since retired, too. But you can see some videos of him getting in some fights against Detroit.
Patrick Roy.
Patrick Roy, that's right.
Patrick Roy.
Patrick Roy. He comes in
Once you say that,
7.
it's like, oh. Yeah, him and what's-his-face always got in a lot of fights.
Number 6. Now, some people might find this a little low. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal played for a bunch of teams, but he was in his heyday when he was playing with Kobe. God rest Kobe's soul with the
made,
Lakers.
I think 1-3 in his life.
He did.
I think he had like 8 attempts.
He, Hack-a-Shack kind of came in when he was in the league. You know, people would follow him to get him to go to the free throw line because his hands were so big he couldn't grip the basketball to shoot a free throw. He basically used to put it on his thumb and fingers and kind of push. He was like a career 52% free throw
That's
shooter.
not very good.
Yeah. Number 5, Frank Robinson.
I don't know who that is.
Baseball player back in the day. He won 2 World Series. 14 times he was on the All-Star team. He won 2 league MVP awards. One time when he was in the AL, one time when he was in the NL. He got a Super Bowl World Series MVP, and he was a Triple Crown champion. And I don't mean the Kentucky Derby, the
It's the only Triple Crown I know.
Triple Crown is batting average, home runs, and RBIs. So he had whatever year that was. Number 4. Now, a lot of people might put this guy as number 1, but I have him as number 4. The Great White Hope. Who's the Great White Hope, you say? You have no idea.
No.
That back when basketball was good in the 80s. He played for the Boston Celtics from French Lick, Indiana. One of my good friends, Eric's favorite basketball player. He had his own shoes. Larry Bird. Yeah, you don't care.
I know who Larry Bird is. He's just a white basketball player.
He's a white who used to be able to shoot the ball phenomenal.
He's white.
He won at the All-Star Game the 3-point shooting championship, God knows how many years in a row. Larry Bird, 3 NBA titles, 12-time All-Star, 3 league MVPs, and 2 finals MVPs. But I only have him at number 4.
I guess you don't really like Larry Bird.
I do like Larry Bird, but I got him at number 4. Number 3... Now, this is who I think is the greatest basketball player, who wore number 33. I could see where a lot of people would think Larry Bird is better, but to me, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar better than Larry Bird. Look at the stats. Kareem, 6-time NBA titles winner, 19-time All-Star, 6-time league MVP, 2-time finals MVP. To me, that's better than Larry Bird.
I've never heard of this Kareem.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was the world famous guy with a hook shot.
No, that's John Hare. If you know who John Hare is.
Kareem played for the Milwaukee Bucks, and then he went on to play.
Please tell me you know who that is.
And then he went on to play for the Lakers.
The big white guy for Penn State. John Hare.
Did he wear 33, though?
No, he wears 21.
No, Number 2, we're going to go back. Actually, for number 1 and number 2, we're really going to go back in time.
Okay.
Back in time. Number 2 is a football player.
Football player,
Sammy Ball.
Yep.
Sammy Ball. He was the do-everything for the Washington Redskins. That's back in the day where the good players played both sides of the ball. He was their quarterback. He played defensive back. He was their punter. I think he still holds the record for punt average yards in a year at like 54 point whatever. He threw
good.
I don't know how many years with a ton of touchdowns back when passing really wasn't part of the NFL so much yet, and I think he led the league one time with 31 interceptions in a season. I mean, he was just an all around great athlete for his time.
He led with 30. Oh, as a defensive back.
Yeah, as a defensive back. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
And your number one, in my opinion. Any idea who? No, you have no idea who. He's dead a long time.
Okay.
Number one, we're going to the sport of baseball. Honus Wagner.
Oh, I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, why?
It's sports history.
He's one of the 5 original members of the Hall of Fame. He got the same voting percentage as the great Babe Ruth did. 99.1%, I believe it was. Yes, Babe Ruth was not 100%.
Some people.
And actually, Babe Ruth wasn't the top vote getter in the original Hall of Fame. Any idea who? Bueller. Ty Cobb. Well, actually, Ty Cobb was 99.1. Ty Cobb, there was 260 votes. Ty Cobb got 256. Babe Ruth and Honus Wagner, I think, got 251. Could you believe people would not vote them in the Hall of Fame? I mean, come on. Seriously? Come on. Seriously? So, that's my top 10 list. If you want to put your top 10 list on my Facebook page underneath the Phatts TV logo, feel free. So, how's everybody doing tonight, by the way? I don't have a lot of comments here on the board yet. It's kind of slow. We got a lot of stuff to go over tonight. We're going to be here a while. Might go past some of your old folks' bedtime. But it's going to be pretty important. So, still haven't come up with a name for the Phatts Food Corner. I kind of like Phatts Food Corner because it's kind of the corner of the show.
Yeah.
So we have tonight, we got the Reese's peanut butter cups and we got the Kit Kats, so we could salute whoever wins. The voting is being tabulated as we speak. We got people locked away. They're not quite ready to make a prediction yet. It's close. I can tell you why. We put in your votes, and that was almost 50-50.
Yes.
Almost 50-50. By the way, Nick Clater, supposedly your mother told you who to vote for. Yeah, you might want to message him that. Because I noticed that he voted for Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And, his mother, only votes for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So the word is she made him vote for Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But we have a couple other foods tonight. Something that I have no idea what it is yet. And we're going to do a little pizza review, a.k.a. Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. What are we going to do? Which pizza?
Franchetta?
You have the box? Go get the box. Go get this mystery food. Do I got to close my eyes?
No, I have tinfoil over it.
He has tinfoil. I have no idea what this food is. He told me it cost 75 cents or something at the store. So I have no idea what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I'll live past this. We're also going to do Freshetta, free advertising Freshetta. That's not Freshetta pizza.
No, this is your. This
is the other thing.
This is your other thing.
This is the other thing.
Feel free to take off the tinfoil. Don't be.
Is it moving?
Maybe.
It's soup. This is going to be hot.
You get out of that? Do you want me to tell you what it is?
This is going to be hot. What kind of soup is this?
This is some sort of miso soup.
Miso soup.
It's a miso soup.
Miso soup.
It has seaweed in it, and I think green peppers.
Okay, it's not going to be that hot then. It looked like what's that really hot soup called? Curry. It looked
curry.
Like
no, it's not curry. I would not get curry because I would not eat curry.
Have you ever tried this?
No. So I'm gonna end up probably.
And you found this down at BB's.
This was at BB's.
At an Amish Mennonite store.
They were selling Japanese soup.
Well, I've never had seaweed before.
I've had seaweed before.
Why would you have seaweed?
She likes to eat dried seaweed snacks. And it's just dried seaweed, and I ate one.
And how did it taste? Your dried seaweed.
Kind of like that.
Seaweed is chewy, I can tell you that.
It's crunchy.
My seaweed's not crunchy. It's been sitting in the water. It got rubbery. What's this called? Miso soup?
Something kind of... I forget what... when I go back out to get the pizza, we'll look.
Seaweed salad is great.
Curry isn't hot, though. Says the one that loves spicy food. This actually isn't bad.
It actually isn't bad.
I'll give it like a 5.5.
On a soup scale, I'll give it a 4.8. It needs something else. It needs more
Salt, pepper.
No, it needs something else in there, like meatballs or something.
I don't know. When I was making it, it came. There's 5 portions actually in that bag for 75 cents. This is only one. I had the seaweed and stuff to put in, the dry stuff, and then it said it. The other thing you got to put in is a paste.
You're boring the audience.
The paste was brown.
The paste was brown.
I was just concerned.
So the paste was vomit. Go get the pizza. Is there no tofu in it? There's no tofu in it.
I didn't get tofu miso soup.
Ugh. All right.
It's what? Wakini.
So this is what?
Wakini miso soup.
Wakini?
Do you want me to bring the whole thing or plate it?
I don't. No, bring the whole thing. So we got Freschetta Kitchen Fresh Naturally Rising Crust Pizza to try.
Just gonna bring the...
Doesn't look so bad. Probably could have used another minute or two.
It's fine.
In the oven.
It's fine.
In the oven.
It's fine.
All right.
This is dinner.
Let's go. Let's go. One bite. Everybody knows the rules, right, Dave? One bite. Everybody knows the rules. Freschetta. Definitely could have used a little more time in the oven.
It's
fine.
fine.
I knew I should have checked it, not leave it up to you.
It's fine.
One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
One bite, everybody knows the rules.
One bite. Everybody knows the rules. Definitely needs to be cooked a little longer. The box said 19 to 22 minutes. We cooked it for 20. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, it's good.
One bite. Everybody knows the rules. Honestly, I'm glad you only paid $4 for it at BB's. In a normal store, it's like 6 or 7.
6. Because I saw it, I'm like, this is something we could try on the show.
Sure. One bite, everybody knows the rules. It tastes a lot like the other stuff you get at Redner's. Those $3 pizzas when they're on sale. The self-rising crust pizzas that I buy when they're on sale for 3 for $10. Tastes the same to me. I'm going to go the same as the soup, 4.8. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
I'll give this a 6. 6 out of 10.
One bite.
One bite.
One bite, everybody knows the rules. Has anybody else ever had this? Pancetta pizza? Anybody? Bueller?
Now, why don't you buy the ones, Giannato's frozen pizza that you can get sent here?
You mean Giordano's?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Should we say how much they are?
Sure. About $30 each.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. Del Giorno is better. Well, feel free to buy us and send us one. And we'll review it. Because, one bite, everybody knows the rules.
BB says DiGiorno, I think.
I don't think Dave like DiGiorno at all. I think he had that rated pretty low. Interesting. For those of you that know Nardone's, who here knows Nardone's? He rated it like a 6.6.
No, just good.
Illuminati's was up there pretty high. That was 8 point whatever. And I might have to get some Illuminati's.
I've never seen it.
It's out in Chicago way. But that's like $120 for 4 of them too. Or I think you might get 6.
It was 8 of them.
All right, so
I'm enjoying this pizza, actually.
one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Well, it is one bite.
One bite, you bastard. Everybody knows the
It
rules.
is one bite.
All right, so dessert time. What? I'm getting the results, ladies and gentlemen.
Telekinesis?
It's in my ear. See that little piece of thing in my ear? You can't see it. It's on this side.
Your hearing aid?
What? Shh. Okay, we're now ready to make a projection.
A projection?
We're now ready to make a projection. With 88% of the precincts in, who do you think's got it? We both thought Reese's Peanut Butter Cup was going to win.
Reese's got it.
With 88% of the precincts in, we're ready to make a call. Phatts election headquarters is ready to make a call. Your winner and the champion, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. They will get about 69% of the votes. Even more than you thought, even more than I thought. I was close, I said 66.
All I know is guess who gets free dinner? Because our bet was we get whoever wins, the other has to get free dinner for that person.
Really?
So that means if I go to Hawaii, that means I'm going to get free Korean barbecue.
Free Korean bar. You gotta send some back for me?
You want it frozen?
So, here is your winner. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That's because Franny made Nick vote for it, I'm sure.
Because he swayed the vote.
Yep.
19%.
Yep. So, where's your Reese's shirt? You didn't have it ready, did you?
Didn't even think about it.
No, didn't even have it ready. So, we're going to celebrate. Put your damn pizza down. You're only supposed to take one bite.
I did take one bite.
We're going to celebrate. Having a little trouble opening up the Reese's.
Having issues.
Oh!
I had some Reese's yesterday.
Cheers to Reese's.
Boop.
Cheers.
Oh, peach is gonna suck.
This is a 9.
9.5.
Much better than the seaweed soup.
You didn't like the miso soup?
Much better. Much better.
Guess what's good? I paid 75 cents for it.
Uh-huh. So you could send one to everyone that voted, uh-huh. But you didn't vote for Reese's. You voted for Kit Kat.
Did she?
She did. I saw that.
You gonna eat this piece of pizza or am I eating it?
I am. It's my dinner.
I want more food.
But, well, have a Kit Kat.
Okay.
We bought Kit Kats, too, just in case if Kit Kat won. So,
This is a weird combination of food.
let me tell you. Getting ready for this show sucks.
Well, the bracket you decided to do.
This takes forever sometimes. I worked on this bracket thing for like 3.5 hours last night. Jesus Christ. Alright. So,
I did a paper last night
good for you.
that I banged out in a half an hour.
It wasn't dinner, it's just food. She said it's food. Your bet's food, not dinner. She's going to take you for a piece of miso cake.
I want Korean barbecue, so.
She's not Korean. There's not Korean barbecue down by Birdsboro, where she lives.
Maybe there is.
Okinawa.
Oh, you know there's not Korean barbecue though.
All right. So, it's on to, well, The non-genetically proven child finishes his food. It's on to...
You're not going to eat that.
I'm eating it!
You better put your face in it.
Put my face in it, huh?
Yeah, because it looks good. One bite, everybody. Roll.
Yeah, I put my face in it. Is that alright now?
Yeah.
Huh? Is that alright? I put my face in it? What's that?
Here, put your face in it. Oh my god.
There! Put my... There, look! Put my face in it. There we go. That's what you get for telling me to put my face in it. You put your face in it.
Can I go wash my face?
Yes, you can go wash your face.
And my computer. You know, my $2,000 computer knife. Oh,
now-
she just took a screenshot of that. Ah.
All right, so while he goes to wash his face of all that pizza sauce that just got on it.
Oh,
What?
I just got sauce in my eye.
Let's talk about the next bracket that's coming up. The song bracket. So, this is how I decided to do it. I went through every year starting with 1956 going through 2019, and I got the songs that were number one for the most amount of weeks for each year. If it carried over, let's say from like 69 to 70, it counted for the year 1969. So even if it was number one for 1 week in 1969 and then 7 weeks in 1970, it counted for 8 weeks in 1969. If there was a tie for weeks, if the song was the number one song as voted by the Hot 100, I took that song. If it wasn't, the executive committee of Phatts TV had a tiebreaker. So, the number one seed, hope it doesn't stain. It doesn't. It's not going to stain on his face, that's for sure. It might stain in his hair. He might have red hair. So, the number one seed, believe it or not, was number one for 19 weeks. There was actually a song on the chart for 19 weeks. How you doing out there?
Trying to clean my eye. It's burning. And my computer.
Your computer's fine.
I don't want it to be sticky.
The lid was down. So the number one song for the entire poll was on top for 19 weeks, and it was a song called Old Town Road. It was just last year in 2019. That shows you how much music today sucks. That a song from just last year was on top for 19 weeks. It's like a country rap song. Who's it by?
I don't know.
Little Nas X. Did I say that right?
Sore.
Little Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus. Number one for 19 weeks. The other number one songs were... Let's move the pizza. The other number one songs were... As soon as it wants to work. Despacito...
Despacito.
I said that. Despacito was on top for 16 weeks in 2017. One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men was on top also for 16 weeks back in 1995. And are you all right there?
My eye's burning.
Well, you should have closed it.
I didn't expect to get pizza shoved in my face. Such a waste of a piece of pizza.
You could still eat it.
I'm not eating it.
It's only your eye.
It's in my face.
So?
I ain't eating it.
What do you think? You got COVID-19?
Then we are going for lunch.
The other number one seed is a song from the Blue Nose Cucumbers. The Blue Nose Cucumbers sang a song called I Got a Feeling back in 2009.
You mean the Black Eyed Peas?
No, the Blue Nose Cucumbers.
The Black Eyed Peas.
The Blue Nose Cucumbers.
Okay.
All right, so those are your number one seeds. Now, Who's going to be facing who, you say? You say, I've never heard those songs. Yeah, trust me, neither have I. Who's going to be facing who? So here is the top portion of the upper left-hand screen. So we got Old Town Road, the number 1 seed, going up against the 16 seed back in 1985. I'm sure you've heard of this song, Sister Dear. We Are the World from USA for Africa. That was number 1 for 4 weeks back in 1985.
Cool.
It was a bunch of singers came together and did a song to raise money for Africa, for AIDS. Yeah. We are the world. We are the children. They will be taking on, whoever comes out of that match will be taking on the winner of, this was from a movie, theme from a summer place back in 1960. It's an instrumental song. What does that mean?
No words.
No words. Very good. Are you out of it now? I've shut him up. They will be taking on the number 9 seed. Tonight's the Night by Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart. Tonight's Night, 1976, was number 1 for 8 weeks. Theme from a Summer Place, believe it or not, an instrumental song was number 1 for 9 weeks back in 1960. You got anything to say about that?
I wasn't alive in the 60s.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Neither was I. All right, the number 5 seed. You Light Up My Life, Debbie Boone. Debbie Boone. 10 weeks, number 1. You know, if you didn't fight me and just let me push that into your face, it would have never been around your eye. It would have been right there. But you had to fight me. You had to fight me. You had to fight me. The number 5 seed, You Light Up My Life, Debbie Boone. 1977, number 1 for 10 weeks. Will be taking on All For You, Janet Jackson. 7 weeks, number 1, 2001. And the number 4 seed, Blurred Lines, 2013, by Robin Thicke, T.I. Is that T.I.?
Yeah.
T.I. and Farrell. Taking on the number 13 seed, Big Girls Don't Cry, by the Four Seasons. Number 1 for...
Wow, those 2 songs couldn't be more opposite.
Why is that?
Because you have a 1962 song facing a 2013 song.
Well, yeah, they're 50 years apart. Do you know Big Girls Don't Cry?
No.
Did you just spill your drink?
No.
Okay, because you look down.
I'm looking to see if I have pizza sauce on me.
You don't. Big girls, they don't cry. I hope Big Girls Don't Cry win. So,
But Blurred Lines is kind of a screwed up song.
is it?
If you listen to the lyrics.
Okay. So, Old Town Road, We Are the World. Probably Old Town Road comes out. Theme from a Summer Place, Tonight's the Night. I actually think Tonight's the Night will take that.
Okay.
Again, no words for Theme from a Summer Place. I can't imagine that that's going to make it through. You Light Up My Life and All For You. This could be a very interesting matchup. 5-12. You Light Up My Life, 70s song, very popular. Debbie Boone, 10 weeks. All For You, Janet Jackson, not one of Janet's more memorable number 1 songs, even though it was number 1 for 7 weeks. A lot of dancing, if you watch the video. Mm. But back then, that's basically, if you were a girl in a video, that's what you did. You danced. And Blurred Lines. Don't know that song. How's that go? You want to play a second of it on the computer? Like really low? We all know how Big Girls Don't Cry. Hopefully the 13 seed will win against the number 4 seed. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Sorry, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Good girl, blurred lines. No. I don't know the words. Don't know the song.
You know you want it. I know you want it.
I
know you want it.
I don't want it.
You're a good girl. Sure. The way you grab me must want to get nasty. Does that tell you how the song goes?
Yeah. Okay. So that's the first part of the upper left. The second part is the 6 seed Happy. We know that song. 'Cause I'm happy.
That song is irritating.
Going up against the Monkees. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Now, if people actually know what that song is, people will definitely choose I'm a Believer if they realize that's the Shrek song.
I was going to say, does it have anything to do with Happy Burns?
It's a Shrek song.
Well, I know that. It was not really Shrek.
So, if people actually realize what song that is, they will definitely choose. Is that a one-hit wonder, by the way?
No. Who? What? The Monkees?
Monkees.
No, the Monkees had a TV show. There were a bunch of actors singing songs.
Oh.
They weren't singers,
Well,
they're
I'm
actors.
a Believer is actually a pretty good song.
Yes. Yes. Okay, The Boy Is Mine from 1998. Don't really know that song. Brandy and Monica, but it was number one for 13 weeks in 1998. Going up against Faith. Everybody in my generation knows Faith from George Michael. But it was only number one for 4 weeks. See, back in the 80s, the number one songs weren't number one for very long because there was a lot of good number one music. A lot of good music back then from the 80s. So, I don't know. Could be an upset here. I'm not really sure about The Boy Is Mine. Turn the volume down and lip read. What? Don't really know what that means. Number 7 seed, I Will Always Love You. Whitney Houston, very popular song back in the day, 1993, going up against Umbrella. I listened to that for the first time today. Rihanna and Jay-Z. Number 10 seed, number 1 for 7 weeks. We Belong Together, Mariah Carey, the number 2 seed in the upper left-hand bracket from 2005. Very popular song, was number 1 for 14 weeks. Going up against Miss You Much, Janet Jackson, our second Janet Jackson song. Checking in for only 4 weeks in 1989, but it was one of the top songs in that year. So that's the bottom part of the upper left-hand bracket. Let's go with Happy. Everybody knows Happy. 'Cause I'm happy and I'm a believer. Yes, it was from the movie Shrek, but it was very popular in 1966. I don't think Shrek came out in 1966.
No, came out, I believe, in the early 2000s and late 90s.
Yeah.
Like, maybe like 1998, 1999.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I will definitely say I'm a Believer's going to win out.
Really? You're calling for the upset?
If my friends vote, that song is popular.
Really? Hey, we're the Monkees.
I think I'm a Believer could actually go far.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. So a lot of your friends are still into the cartoons.
It's Shrek. Shrek's a classic.
Yeah, it is. It's a good movie. All right, The Boy Is Mine, Brandy and Monica. Like I said, don't know much about that song. Faith, 1987, because I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. George Michael no longer with us.
Ugh.
I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. Very, very popular song. Whitney Houston no longer with us either.
That sucks for Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Her biggest mistake in life was getting involved with Bobby Brown. She might still be alive if she'd never hooked up with Bobby Brown.
Why?
Bobby Brown was a druggie. He made Whitney a druggie. Whitney died of druggies. Yeah. She's taking on Rihanna and Jay-Z. Ooh, the battle. This bottom part of the bracket is women. Whitney, Rihanna, Mariah, and Janet. War for the women. Who's coming out of here? I Will Always Love You, 9 weeks in 1993. Umbrella, 7 weeks back in 2007. We Belong Together, Mariah Carey, 14 weeks at number 1 back in 2005. That's when Mariah was everything in the music world. Going up against Miss You Much, Janet Jackson, 1989. That was after Janet lost all that weight. She was a little pudgy when she first came out. She was a little pudgy. Is your eye okay?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
are you sure? Okay, on to the next bracket. Sorry, this picture is not the best in the world. I got a feeling the Black Eyed Peas, meaning the blue-nosed cucumbers. 14 weeks on top in 2009. They'll be taking on the 16 seed going back to 1973 from Dawn and Tony Orlando. Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. I had to sing this when I was in school. It's been 3 long years. Do you still? I think it's Want Me. If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. See, that's that long-term memory that I have. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, you're not joyful anymore. You look like you're ready to punch me. I gotta smash you with the pizza again? The number 8 seed, Hey Jude, our first Beatles song coming in. Interestingly enough, while I'm thinking about it, there's no Michael Jackson songs. Interestingly, Michael Jackson was not on top of the charts for at any given time. Hey Jude, the Beatles on top for 9 weeks, taking on the number 9 seed. We Found Love by Rihanna and Calvin Harris. 8 weeks on top in 2011. God's Plan by Drake. Is that Drake and Josh?
No.
No, that's not Drake and Josh.
No, that's a good song.
No. 2018 was on top for 11 weeks, the number 5 seed, taking on the Purple People Eater.
1958.
Yes, 1958. You know, when I first saw that the Purple People Eater was going to make the list, I said, this is probably going to come in as somewhere around a 12. So could this be a 5-12 upset? Because we got the one-eyed, one-horn, flying Purple People Eater.
Not a chance.
And then we got Smooth. Smooth was the number 1 song back when you were born.
Yeah.
It was
it's actually
number
on
one,
my phone now.
Was that the number 1 song at the end of 1999 when you were born? They are the number 4 seed. They're taking on the number 13 seed, The Knack, My Sharona.
That sucks because Smooth is a good song, but well, everybody knows My Sharona.
Everybody does know My Sharona. So that's the 4 verse 13. They were on top in 1979 for 6 weeks. So I got a feeling and tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
I got a feeling.
Probably I got a feeling's coming out of there. If the senior citizen vote, though, comes out, might see tie a yellow ribbon moving on. Hey Jude against We Found Love. I got to think that a Beatles song is going to make it through.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Unless the youth movement comes out.
Yeah. But We Found Love. If the youth female movement comes out, maybe. God's Plan by Drake going up against the Purple People Eater.
If any youth comes out, anybody that likes rap, they're gonna do God's Plan because that's a really good song.
So the Purple People Eater in the upset by Sheb Woolley. By the way,
you even listen to God's Plan? You said this isn't terrible.
It's not. It wasn't terrible, but I was listening to the Purple People Eater on Tuesday night after we did the show, and that's a lot better. That was on that album of silly songs that I had.
Oh, of course it is.
Yes, it was. And Smooth by Santana, back when Santana was making a comeback back in 1999, taking on The Knack, My Sharona. My Sharona. All right, the bottom.
So you didn't say who you think's going to win that one.
Probably My Sharona in the upset.
Sadly.
Probably. All right, the bottom half of that bracket. Let me see which one we're up to now. Here we are. We got Irreplaceable by Beyonce, going back to 2006, number 1 for 10 weeks. Going up against one of Madonna's more famous songs from 1984. I've always considered 1984 the best year that music was ever created. There's just so many good songs from 1984. Like a Virgin. That was on top.
Yes, somebody picked Like a Virgin over Jump.
Yes, because Like a Virgin was a lot more popular than Jump
was.
No,
It's not.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
You weren't alive in 84. I was.
Who doesn't know da 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 the Jump intro?
Who? Trust me, everybody knows Like a Virgin except you.
I don't even know Like a Virgin.
Trust me. Just trust me. All right, the number 3 seed, Candle in the Wind, Elton John, very good song. Back in 1997, on top for 14 weeks. Be taking on the number 14 seed, To Sir with Love by Lulu. Another song from the 60s, 1967, on top for 5 weeks. Then, here we go. We got In the Club. By 50 Cent. By 50 Cent.
If you rub 2 quarters together, you're listening to 50 Cent.
Yeah, you are. Something with how much does a Nickelback concert cost? Or how much does a 50 Cent cost? 45 cents. It's 50 cent and you get a Nickelback or something like that. Yeah. All right. So, In the Club is going to face Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Great song from 1982. I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox. That's when jukebox were a dime. Put another dime in the jukebox,
like
baby.
$2.
Yeah. That was on top in 1982 for 7 weeks. 7 weeks. So, In the Club against I Love Rock and Roll. I'm calling for the upset. Go I Love Rock and Roll.
The youth movement comes out into clubs, going to win.
I hate the youth movement. And then the number 2 seed in this bracket, The Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Hey! Number 1 for 14 weeks. Los Del Rio back in 1996, taking on the number 15 seed. And I like this song myself. Little Captain and Tennille. Love, love will keep us together. That was the number 15 seed from 1975 on top for 4 weeks. You see all these 70s songs on top for just 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. That's because there was a lot of good music. Not like, Macarena that's on top for 14 weeks. It's like, come on. Seriously? Back up a little bit when we had that Black Eyed Peas song. The Black Eyed Peas had 2 songs that were back-to-back about 26 weeks on top of the charts. Like, half a year it was the Black Eyed Peas that was on top.
Because Black Eyed Peas were good.
Ugh. Have you ever eaten a Black Eyed Pea?
Have you ever eaten them? You don't like peas. You can't stand peas.
I hate peas.
All right, I know what to get you on.
Don't you dare! As
Tuesday.
soon as I smell it, I won't eat it.
No, you have to eat it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
It'll be shoved right back in your face. You think the pizza burned? Wait till you see what pea juice does to your eyes. So,
What, do you want to send me to the emergency room?
yes, Beyonce against Madonna. This should be a very interesting matchup.
Because I know a ton about both of these.
Irreplaceable against Like a Virgin. I'm going to call for the upset there. Like a Virgin. Candle in the Wind, Sir Elton John to Sir with Love. So we got Sir and Sir. I think Candle in the Wind would beat that. Will win that easy. In the Club. In the Club against I Love Rock and Roll. Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. Calling for the upset. Joan Jett.
Okay, so you don't think the youth movement's going to come out?
No, because I'm not allowing your friends to vote. And,
Is that how that works?
And Macarena.
This will be a boring thing that no song after 1993 is going to make it anywhere.
That's the idea. And we got Macarena going up against Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain and Tennille. Probably Macarena, but I'd love to see Love Will Keep Us Together come through there, but it won't happen. All right, so that's the left side of the bracket.
We got a good song coming up here.
On to the right side of the bracket. And no, there was no Green Day. No Green Day made it. Thanks be
Very
to God.
disappointed.
Thanks be to God. Despacito.
Wow, you said it right, not Despacito when you were going over. I'm like, what is Despacito?
Well, it is
and you played it and you're like, Despacito, you idiot.
It is a Spanish song.
Yeah, and it's a great song.
So Despacito. That's Spanish, like
By
Chiquita.
Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee. Yeah, Daddy Yankee. What about Daddy Confederate? Number 1 back in 2017 for 16 weeks. Going up against the number 16 seed, the crew cut Wonder Woman from the early 90s. Nothing Compares to You. Number 1 for 4 weeks back in 1990. And then we got the Bee Gees, the disco. It's Time for Disco, 1978.
It's not even disco era.
Yes, it was.
It was the late 60s.
No, it wasn't. You're an idiot.
The 70s is
Yes,
not disco.
Disco is mid to late 70s. Where the hell have you been?
No, it's late 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wrong. Saturday Night Fever, the Bee Gees, going against, Elvis Presley. This will be a great matchup. All Shook Up. Both songs were on top of the charts for 8 weeks. Saturday Night Fever in 78, All Shook Up in 57. Then we got Independent Women by Destiny's Child. 5 seed in the year 2000. They are on top for 11 weeks. Going up against Call Me. One of my favorite songs, Blondie. Another 5
Does she at
verse
least have
12.
blonde hair?
Yes, she does, and she was in Playboy.
I'm sure you did some stuff to that.
I did not.
Uh-huh.
I was 8 when she was in. I think she was in before she became a singer, so I was probably 6.
Oh.
I don't think I did much when I was 6.
Okay, what about 10 years later? You
I mean,
found
granted,
that Playboy.
going back, Long Dong, Pee Wee Herman, I could have, but I
No,
didn't.
it's not it's Pee Wee Herman.
So I got Independent Women, Destiny's Child, 11 weeks in the year 2000, going up against Blondie's Call Me, number 1 for 6 weeks back in 1980. And Closer, I don't know that song. That's a 4 seed.
It's a good song.
Is it a baseball? Is it about baseball? About a closer?
No.
No. The Chainsmokers and Halsey, whatever. Number
I'm looking
1
for it. I don't even see it.
Number 1 for 12 weeks. It's on top. Fourth line down. Going the year I was born. The first time I ever saw your face by Roberta Flack. On top for 6 weeks back in 1972. So, Despacito, or Despacito if you really want to be Spanish. Number 1 in 2017 for 6 weeks. Again, that just shows how bad music is, that a song could be number 1 for 16 freaking weeks. That's god awful. Music is horrible today. Horrible.
What do you mean?
Poor. Dick
People
Clark is
don't make
rolling.
songs every 2 weeks.
Dick Clark is rolling over in his grave.
People don't make new songs every 2 weeks.
Dick Clark is rolling over in his grave.
I bet, let's say Drake will release like 2 albums a year.
Yeah. So
So you're.
But he made a bunch of TV shows with Josh. Big deal. So we got Despacito going up against Nothing Compares to You. Probably Despacito will be winning. I hated Nothing Compares to You personally. Night Fever and All Shook Up. This could be the toughest match of round 1. Both very popular songs back in the day. Everybody pretty much liked the Bee Gees, and Elvis Presley's the god, the king of rock.
I don't care for his music at all.
Oh, shut up. You're not old enough yet to understand. You'll like it when you get older, don't worry.
Probably not. It's too slow.
I'll play you Jailhouse Rock and we'll see. We'll see how slow that is. Independent Women by Destiny's Child going up against Call Me. Oh, I'm hoping for the 5-12 upset here, and I think it could happen. Come on, older people. Not old people, older people. Bring Blondie in. I'm a huge Blondie fan. Closer by the Chainsmokers. Don't know anything about him. The first time I ever saw Your Face or Roberta Flack, I believe it's a pretty slow, mushy song. Probably Closer will move.
Closer's a good song. If you
Don't know
listen
it.
to it,
Don't know it.
maybe you should listen to it.
Probably not. All right.
Oh, here you go.
Moving on. Low.
By Flo Rida and T-Pain.
Low.
Low, 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 low.
Is that how that song goes? Low?
Yeah.
Low.
They say low a lot.
All right. They were number 1 in 2008 for 10 weeks. They're going up against the 60s song by Bobby Lewis. Tossing and turning. Turning and tossing. Number 1. 7 weeks back in 1961.
You spelled something wrong there. There you go.
What did I spell wrong?
The artist for the next one.
No, I didn't.
Boys to Me.
Oh, whoops. Well, at least it's not on it's only on the sheet. So I accidentally hit the E. All right. A song that I think could go very far if it could get by the 2 seed. End of the Road. Very extremely popular song back in 1992. Every Boys to Men song was very popular. Every single one. But they came in at the 3 seed, number 1 for 13 weeks back in 1992, taking on Sugar Shack. Don't get confused with Love Shack. It's Sugar Shack by Jimmy Gilmer, and the Firebirds. Number 1 in 1963 for 5 weeks. Mac the Knife, Bobby Darin, 1959. Number 1 for 9 weeks, going up against I'll Do It For You, or I Do It For You. Actually, I think it's I'll Do It For You. My little oopsie there. Bryan Adams. Popular love song back in the day. 1991 on top for 7 weeks. And Uptown Funk. Mark Ronson. Bruno Mars on top in 2015 for 14 weeks. Going up against Steve Winwood's 1988 A Roll With It. On top for 4 weeks. So. Low.
I like low in this one.
Low.
Do you want me to play you low?
I'm sure I've heard it, but, do I know it? No, I don't. Low. Low. What's taking you so long to find it? You should have it ready. Come on. This is live TV. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't know it. I hope it loses. Going up against Tossing and Turning. Great song from the early 60s. Bobby Lewis.
Let's go, Youth Movement.
No. End of the Road, Boys to Men. Very good song. Very good
Boys
song.
to Mean, according to you.
Yeah, according to my spelling, yes. Number 1 in 1992 for 13 weeks, going up against Sugar Shack. I did it twice now. Jimmy Gilmer and the Firebirds. 1963 on top for 5 weeks. I don't see End of the Road having any problem coming out of there, and End of the Road will beat Low. Mac the
Are
Knife.
you sure End of the Road's going to beat Low?
I am saying End of the Road is going to beat Low. Low. Mac the Knife, Bobby Darin, number 1, 1959 for 9 weeks. Very good song. Kind of catchy, upbeat. As the song goes further, it gets more upbeat.
1959?
I'll Do It For You, Bryan Adams. Slow, lovey-dovey, ballady type of song. That's when Bryan Adams got into that kind of music in the early 90s. Very popular song. I can't see Bryan Adams having any trouble defeating Mac the Knife, but who knows? On top for 10 weeks back in 1991. And Uptown Funk. Number 1, 14 weeks. I could see them moving on against Roll With It, Steve Winwood. If you're into 80s music, you probably were at least a Steve Winwood kind of fan. I never really got into his music, even though I'm an 80s music child. All right, on to the last bracket. One Sweet Day. Mariah Carey and Boys to Men. See, I spelled men right that time.
Congratulations.
They were number 1 in 1995 for 16 weeks. They're going up against the 16 seed, The Way We Were, Barbra Streisand, Babs. Babs the bitch.
You don't like Babs.
I hate Babs. She's a freaking progressive liberal bitch. That's right, Babs, I'm talking to you. Number 1 for 3 weeks back in 1974. The 8th seed, I had to look up this song, TikTok.
By Kesha.
Is that how you pronounce it? Thank you for saying that.
What are you going to
Because
say?
I know it was Kesha or Keisha.
Kesha.
All right.
And the S is a $.
Yeah, well,
Actually.
okay. That's fine, too. TikTok by Kesha. I listened to this song. My first question that I asked
Why?
the non-genetically proven song is, she sounds black, is she black? And he laughed at me.
She's could be any whiter with blonde hair.
And then, so I looked her up, and every picture that I saw, she looked like she was on drugs.
She probably is.
Going up against the 9 seed, Every Breath You Take by The Police. We'll get into that song a little bit. Here's our second Elvis song, Hound Dog. You ain't none but a hound dog. 1956 on top for 11 weeks, going up against Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. 1971, Joy to the World, 3 Dog Night, on top for 6 weeks. And then we got the Candies, M&M's, or Eminem, or however you want to say it.
This song could go really far.
It's not going to hopefully make it out of round 2 once Hound Dog beats it. Lose Yourself, 2002, on
That
top for
song
12
is
weeks.
A classic.
12? Is it really?
Yes.
Is it? I started watching
Anybody
the
that
video.
ever
He was on a
liked-
bus.
Anybody that likes Eminem or any, even not even you don't have to like rap to like Lose Yourself.
I don't like it.
What's wrong with you?
They're going up
Have
against...
you ever listened to the full song?
No.
Maybe you should listen to the full song.
In the year 2525, the 13th seed, I do not know this song, Zager and Evans.
Probably Zager.
It could be Zager, it could be whatever. They were on top for 6 weeks. Okay, so that is that. One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey, Boys to Men, probably will beat Babs. I hope they destroy Babs.
Let's go, Babs!
1,000% to negative 990%.
Everybody vote for Babs just to piss them off.
I hate Barbra Streisand. I hate her with a freaking passion.
Maybe you shouldn't have put her in here.
That was the song.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. I would. You gotta be kidding me. 3 weeks. All right. TikTok, Kesha, Every Breath You Take. Now, Every Breath You Take is a very interesting song by The Police.
Why?
It's almost about a guy stalking a girl. He's watching her like every move that she makes.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's a very good song. It's kind of slow, but very good. I'm sure a lot of people know that too.
I'm not sure TikTok's going to make it through this.
God, I hope Every Breath You Take wins. Hound Dog against Joy to the World. Could be a very interesting matchup. We got 1956 against 1971 here. You ain't none but a hound. See, that's not a slow Elvis song. You ain't never gonna... I'm gonna hit you with a pizza again.
Why?
Going up against the Bullfrog. Joy to the World. 3 Dog Night. I'll take Hound Dog to win there. And Lose Yourself, Eminem. Okay. Going up against In the Year 2525. I should listen to In the Year 2525 to see if it's getting close to what's actually going on in the year 2020. because it's only 505 more years to go.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so that is that. So I actually have to go on to another level of thing here. All right, and the last part, we got Olivia Newton-John checking in with Physical, 10 weeks back in 1981. For those of you that remember the movie Grease, you'll know Olivia Newton-John. She is going on against Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water from 1970. 6 weeks on top. The number 3 seed from 2004, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Low.
Yeah.
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 Closer. It's like, wow, one song titles. Yeah.
One song title?
One word titles. Does he say anything other than yeah in this whole song?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So Usher was on top for 12 weeks with this song back in 2004. He's taking on the Rolling Stones.
Oh, your favorite group.
I hate the Rolling Stones, but
you're gonna root for Usher here?
No, I'm picking the upset here.
You
I'll
want
take
Usher
Satisfaction.
Would you rather Yeah or the Rolling Stones moving on?
Probably the Rolling Stones.
Oh, you're disgusting.
1965. I can't believe that song came out in 1965. Wow.
I think I should get you a Rolling Stones poster.
Sure, why not?
We'll put it in your room.
Why not? 4 weeks in 1965. One More Night by Maroon 5. That song's alright. It was number 1 for 9 weeks in 2012, taking on I Want to Hold Your Hand, a Beatles song, checking on the bottom side of the bracket. Number 10 seed was number 1 in 1964 for number 7. I think this was the song that put the Beatles on the chart, if I remember correctly. And our last matchup, I'll Make Love to You, not
Love to Love.
Love to Love as it is on my chart, but thankfully it's typed right on the in the bracket. This could go far too. Another Boyz II Men song.
Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men, yes, back in 1994. They're taking on That's What Friends Are For, Dionne Warwick and Friends. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. All right, so Olivia Newton-John against Simon and Garfunkel. Very interesting matchup.
I'm going to go for Garfunkel just because I like that name.
Because you like Simon and Garfunkel. Huh?
I'm going to name my dog or something Garfunkel.
Garfunkel. Paul Simon became much better when he broke out on his own with songs like 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover and You Could Call Me Betty or You Could Call Me Al. I could call you Betty. Betty if you call. Yeah, that's Simon. Should be a really good matchup. I can't. That's going to be a tough one. Can't predict who's coming out of there. Yeah.
That's not how
That's
not how he says it. I'm going to go with yeah on this one.
Taking on the Rolling Stones.
Your
Satisfaction.
favorite group.
If I remember correctly, the Rolling Stones were on.
Would you rather listen to the Rolling Stones or Matthew Himmelreich?
Matthew.
Would you rather listen to the Rolling Stones for 5 hours or my choice of songs for 5 hours?
Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones. Because you'll freaking kill me with Green Day for 5 hours.
I only have like 8 Green Day songs.
You'll play them over and over again. So, Satisfaction with the Rolling Stones. They were on, whose TV show was it? And no, that was a different, never mind. That was a different Rolling Stones song. One More Night against with Maroon 5 against I Want to Hold Your Hand, the Beatles. You would think that the Beatles should win this. I mean,
One More Night's a good song.
Yeah, but I Want to Hold Your Hand is like
youth movement.
They're not going to vote. They don't want to type out this much.
This is true.
They don't. They're too lazy.
I couldn't get them to type out Reese's or Kit Kat.
Right. And finally, in 1994, I'll Make Love to You. Boyz II Men on top for 14 weeks. Going up against Dionne Warwick and Friends. That's What Friends Are For. The only friend that I can remember being in that song at the moment was Lionel Richie. I'm pretty sure he was in that. 1986 on top for 4 weeks. So, that is the pool.
Cool.
That is. Let's see what's on the message board. Doodah,
Nothing.
doodah. Not much. Not a lot of people commenting here. Christine wants to know the generation percentage of your voters. Well,
Let's say like 70-30, old or young.
No, I wouldn't. The candy bracket was probably close to 50-50. I don't know about the votes on Twitter, because just a bunch of random people that I don't know follow me, and I follow a bunch of random people. But on Facebook, I'd say my voters are pretty well 50-50.
Mine are obviously a little younger.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This could be a very interesting bracket here. We could have a very low seed win, or we could have a very high seed win.
Well, you did put this together basically randomly.
I did.
Except for the top seeds.
Right. Well,
And you made sure Babs was a 16 seed.
well, that's because she was 3 weeks. The lower seeds are the ones that are on the charts the shortest amount of time.
Yeah.
3 weeks, 4 weeks, and the higher seeds were on the chart the highest amount of time. That's how I decided to do this.
Whoa.
Whoa. I am so smart. SMRT. Yes. And what I tried to do was try to split it up as much as I can. You know, I didn't want certain brackets to be like top heavy, we'll say, with 70 songs. So when I originally started to put this together, there was one bracket that I think had 6 1970s songs. I'm like, well, we can't do that. So that's what took me so long, was moving everything around to try to get that each bracket had no more than 3 songs from a decade.
I can't wait till the final four is like 1981, 2, 3, and 4. That'd be pretty funny.
I'll be fine with that.
Or 2006, 7, 8, and 9.
I will not be fine with that.
Why not?
I will not be fine with that.
Well, that means, no, 2004. No. Where is, which one is In the Club?
In the club?
I forget what year that is. 2000, so we went 2003, 4, so we get, yeah. Which one is it, this one?
Yes.
So we went 2003, 2004, 2008. So we get In the Club, yeah, whoa. And then up here we'll go with I'm a Believer. I'm a 1966 song.
Yay! All right, well, so that's the bracket. We'll start just like we did last time with the upper left, the full upper left. So all 8 matchups. They'll be posted on my Facebook page probably tonight or tomorrow morning. So that's the show.
Wow.
What time is it? We're on for a little more than an hour. Like I said, it's going to be a longer show tonight. Yeah. So we could sign off and then you could punch me because you still look like you want to punch me. Yeah, well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this was actually a very boring show tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Not a lot of fun. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Wasn't feeling the fun tonight. Wasn't feeling the love. Not a lot of comments on the board. Where's Ryan Graham? You know? Very boring show tonight.
He said something to me today, Ryan Graham.
Yeah, I know. You told me.
Asked me where I was disc golfing when
Yes.
on my story I put the exact park that I was in, Roland Park in Akron.
That's not too far from his house.
Is it? And he's never golfed there, he said. Oh, we putting these things back on?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to head out into the wild blue yonder. Try to stay safe. We'll see you Tuesday night. We'll try to find some more foods to eat, some more foods that I could shove in my kid's face. Do you have the to-go music already? No, you don't. Slacker. Slacker.
I can go slower.
Slacker.
I can go slower.
Slacker.
What is this, the Back to the Future?
Yes.
You're a slacker.
Are you ready to sign us off?
Sure.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to get me some subscribers. We need some people watching the show. All right, we'll see you Tuesday. WWG1 WGA. Have a good evening. Have a great weekend. See ya.